Okay, setting up an experiment, so I'll see if this will work. I've seen a rather clever experiment test done by Dave Rat, so we'll see if I can duplicate the same condition. Okay. Just waiting for the ambient temperature to... Okay, I think I'm ready. So, got a sine wave playing from 8 kilohertz up to 20,000. So that's what the frequency response is looking like there. Microphone's over here. Heat gun is placed up here, aiming upward. It's not going to burn the place down. It's only putting warm air. If it was in direct contact, it would burn the place down, but it's only putting a warm air. Come to think of it, I'm not even sure what the ambient temperature would be for this. Roughly 25 in here. So how do I place that up here? That's a bit difficult. Anyway, that's going to be pretty hot, as anyone would know. So here goes. Watch the frequency change. And I'll turn it on. The air up there is a bit warm, so it's got to settle. Very, very quick settling. If I put the heat gun on again, and one more time, because this pink noise is doing my ears in. And the heat is proportionally lowering down some of the high frequencies by so much dB. But I think it's okay to say that I'll just fade that pink noise down, cause, just to hearing that the sound changes the velocity of speed. I was going to try something like a block of ice. Try and find a way to suspend it from the ceiling. Because, you know, cool air flows downward and warm air is supposed to rise upward. And you got people running, jumping around, and they're generating heat, so it's not just heat on our, you know, because you could usually feel it. Sometimes you put your hand above, you can feel the slight, you know, would also be slightly, I think, on the inside or on the inner side of the wires. So it'd be, you know, it should change temperature. I suppose if you put a thermostat there, maybe what's it you put in your head take usually 37 Celsius, I think it is. Yeah, I didn't think I would be able to duplicate the same sort of thing that Dave Rat did there, but yeah, it does work. But I'm not going to lose sleep over it, because the room's not going to get that hot for a significant loss in drop in high frequency. Although I could do the experiment and add on a little bit more, you know, to compensate. So, but anyway, it's like hearing the high frequencies up there are. So I'll just turn the fader up. It's going to sound very, I suppose, toppy on the recording. Very, 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 oh, very brilliant, brittle, harsh. That's not a way I can automatically switch that on from the album. I can use the force. You can see that high frequency dropping down. How many dB roughly? How many dB roughly is it dropping down by? Well, it's not even 10 dB. But it does drop down, but high frequencies up here that I'm looking at, I mean, talking above 10,000 kilohertz and getting up to near 20,000. I'm just wondering, depending on the performance of music and such, and what instruments are playing and all this blah blah blah. I mean, let me just put a little bit more wider range on the pink noise. Bears in the house. Oh. See, this is where catastrophe happens. So I'll just use it wider range of frequency. Bit difficult to determine that there. I could see something going on, but you know, I mean, it's a known thing. Like, you know, cinema auditoriums are usually kept at a certain temperature. So you know, the velocity of the sound is good. You know, so usually temperature with the equipment on during this time of the year, July, summertime. It's about 26 in there, almost getting up to 27. Which actually it's a little bit warm. And, if I put the air conditioner on, not sure if it directivity. Maybe turn it around. Could take a few minutes. bit like watching paint dry. Yeah, theoretically it should change, you know, the frequency. Maybe the positioning is not quite. Maybe the position's not in position, so I can only angle it so far, and I'm not tilting this because it's a delicate piece of equipment. But theoretically, it should change. Maybe if I could do the experiment again sometime later and add another speaker a little bit more close, but should change the temperature. But it takes a while for the gauge to go down, and that probably puts out more heat quickly. Then that's probably trying to put out more cold air. I use third octave here. See if that top end drops down. Staying okay at 10k. Mm-hmm. 10 and 12k. There we go. Yeah. So, yeah. Fascinating.
Fascinating. Fascinating. Fascinating. Fascinating.